Being born and raised in St. Louis, you just can't help but root for your own hometown, your own city, and the roots of genres of music that became world known are right here. It's the base in a lot of cases where it all came from. From Scott Joplin, ragtime jazz, to Chuck Berry, the father of rock and roll. To think that those people were as influential as they are in music and in the world, and to have that connection to St. Louis, I don't know, it just makes me proud as a St. Louisan, and it makes our city look good. And there's a lot of competition between cities out there, so you got to sell what you got. And this exhibit, St. Louis Sound, is capturing it very well. As soon as you walk in, you see this tin recording that was made by a St. Louisan who bought a machine that was invented by Thomas Edison. And that tin recording, that actual recording, is on display at the museum. And then right after that, you have all the technologies that are in there as well. I mean, to me, to see that was pretty impressive, to think that something like that could still be preserved in its original state like that. Another part that surprised me was the radio exhibit. I had no idea some of these things about radio took place. For instance, the first person on the radio in St. Louis was a female. Her name was Virginia Jones on KSD radio. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty surprising to me to find that out, because it was men-dominated the broadcasting business in every facet. But to think the first person on the radio in St. Louis was a female was eye-opening. I walked in this exhibit and you don't know what to expect, and then as soon as you come in here and you see the first display of that first recording on tin, and you realize, wow, these people have done their homework here, and they've gone way back to try to capture as much as they can of St. Louis history and music. As you go throughout the whole exhibit, you'll be able to follow along on your phone, and you'll be able to hear the music of the artists that you're looking at and reading about right there on your phone, and listen to it with your headphones. Bring your headphones, because that's an important part of this whole exhibit. That's a great way to connect what you're seeing and hearing. It gives so much depth to what's going on here the whole time you're here. And it makes me proud as a born and raised St. Louisan to see what really has happened over all these years based in our city.